that is very important for Team Liquid because their whole comp is basically going to be bursting down, and if SK Gaming attempt to burst them down, then Vortex has very good potential to, well, just wipe them when he turns into that ship. If he does go that, because we have seen him before play the, what is that talent called? Oh my god, you don't see it so often, I cannot remember what it's called. The second heroic on Lost Vikings.
The one where you revive
play again,
Vikings.
That's it.
Yeah. But anyway, we're into the game now. First map being Cursed Hollow in this best of 3 for the first match of this round robin. The bot lane for Team Liquid, we have Falcon, Blackscorp, Grand PKT. Mid lane is Vortex on the Vikings. And in the top lane, all by himself, is Lucifron on the ETC.
And on the right-hand side, in the red trunks, it is going to be SK Gaming. And starting off on the on the top lane, is going to be Zarmany on the Tassadar, just getting that easy wave clear. In the mid lane is going to be Aragi hanging around in the Death Brush on the Chen. In the bottom lane, though, it is going to be the 3-man push lane, both teams running one, of Rave on the Rhaegar, Bakery on the Jaina, and Snitch is going to be playing the Thrall.
Yeah, as the only real wave clear that SK have here is mainly the Jaina. Thrall has some, Rhaegar's just there for the healing, and fine, there we go.
Good shot, good
They spot
reveal.
out Blackscorp.
Yep.
I'm just going to turn the sound down a little bit.
Yeah, I do like
There
the
we go.
double Shaman lane. This makes the lore nerd in me happy, seeing Thrall and Rhaegar being played in the same lane together.
And this is just the crazy push that Sylvanas has. Just auto-attacking the towers, making them not fire, applying her trait. And it's easy enough. Then SK just have to rely on their own wave clear rather than towers themselves.
Yeah, we're seeing Bakery run in with the Blizzards and the Cone of Colds, just to do some damage, clear it out, but you're just seeing the minions get to the towers with just a little bit of health. It still takes more than one Chain Lightning to kill them, so we're seeing the SK Gaming team getting pushed back a bit and losing quite a bit of tower ammo. In the mid lane, on the other hand, Zarmany doing a good job against Vortex here, doing some good trade, but Vortex having no trouble out microing this, and with the health regen on Olaf, he is going to be completely fine. Olaf, you can just see him. He's going to back up, regenerate all his health, and then he'll be back into the fight straight away. And as long as Zarmany keeps harassing the Olaf rather than one of the other two Vikings, well, he's going to have no trouble.
Yeah, the top lane, however, there was a little bit of a duel between Araragi and Lucifron, where Lucifron had to back away and he's had to tap the well. Araragi, though, been able to sustain, so he has the upper hand in this trade for the moment. I actually like this from Vortex. He's just splitting the Vikings up. You have Balog to the top, Eric to the bottom, and then you just have Vortex in melee range in the middle, making sure that only one of them can get hit by a Psystorm at a time.
Yeah, I like the fact that you said he has a Vortex in melee range. They are all Vortex.
And an Olaf. And an Olaf.
Yeah, we have
got
Vortex.
Balog and Eric,
We
right?
have
Okay.
Vortex at the top of the lane. We have
Yeah.
Vortex at the bottom of the lane, and Vortex in the middle of the lane. Good to see the Farsight being dropped onto the Liquid side of the map there in the bottom lane, just to see where they are as they are pushed back up to tower. First tribute going to be spawning in the top lane. Aragi going to have a slight advantage there as he's already pushed Lucifron back to tower, and we're already seeing Bakery and Zarmany on their way up to contest this tribute, as they are both the longest range harassers.
Yeah, again, Lucifron can't tap here, can't grab the fountain, so if he does get low, he will be forced out of the
good
fight
deny.
until he can grab it again. Bakery, as you said, just got denied by a Grand PKT, as now Zarmany is going to join the fight. Snitch too, they're jumping onto Lucifron, but he should be able to get out this one safely. He is, after all, a big ETC.
Yeah, and another deny for Grand PKT, really using this Holy Radiance to his advantage, but we are now seeing Liquid get pushed back very hard, and that will be the first tribute of the game over to SK. But at the cost of 2 of their towers, as Blackscorp has been doing Sylvanas things in the bottom lane and is taking down absolutely everything.
Not just towers either, it was 2 lanes worth of XP that they were losing out on because there was a Viking in the mid lane, there was Sylvanas down bot, as Rave trying to go onto Blackscorp there, but just not able to do so. He is only a Rhaegar, and now he has a massive minion wave here to deal with, which Snitch has come down to assist him with.
Yep, and we are however, we did see a quarter of a first blood there with Eric from Lucifron dying in the mid lane to the just roaming squad that was heading down to the mid lane, to the bottom lane, sorry, of SK Gaming.
Yep, Rave and Bakery now taking away their own easy camp as Liquid just grabbed theirs for themselves. That's going to push out the top lane. Grand PKT has settled himself alongside Lucifron up here as well, just to make sure that Lucifron's able to sustain himself up, can heal up the... not really even poke, it's just general trades coming out of the two, Araragi and Lucifron, and Falcon's here as well, just to make sure they can get a great push off, because the bot lane, Sylvanas, can just do it by herself, as we've seen.
Very much so. Second tribute, once again spawning up in the top lane. Very good for Liquid this time, as they already do have 3 people up here, and have some giants already pushing Araragi back. Araragi just being forced behind his towers at the moment, but doing a good job of clearing the wave with the help of his Fire Breath.
Yep, Zarmony has made it up to this top lane. The tribute is getting channeled by Vortex here on Eric. And it looks like they're just going to give it to him, RSK. They are trying to get onto Olaf and Balog. They're just going to jump away straight out of that Blizzard, as we're now 1-1 in tributes. And just a very passive game so far, just pushing each other out.
Very much so. And you mentioned jump, so having a look at the talents, we are seeing the Vortex is definitely going for the more standard Viking build we're seeing these days, of just taking all of the Viking abilities. He's already got spin to win and jump. He'll likely be taking the Norse Force when he gets to that level. Valla going with the multi-shot build with the help of searing attacks to just give her that little extra boost in terms of damage, seeing as we have now lost the battle momentum on her.
Yeah, of course, that was a pretty big loss, as now Valla players, they're starting to adapt and still pick up Valla. There was a period of maybe a week or so where teams would try out other assassins like Tychus, Raynor as well when he wasn't bugged, just to see if he could fit in. Thrall, however, he's going to go down here even before this tribute has spawned.
Ooh, Wraith might be joining him, but no, he's able to back out Blackscorp. Although he puts a lot of effort into his with the wind talent for that extra range, it's not able to keep up with Rave in his wolf form. So Blackscorp just going to be moving on to this keep, disabling it so his minions can basically go nuts. And he's going in onto Rave now, but Rave throwing down the Earthbind Totem will be able to just back out.
Yep, Zarmony in this mid lane is still going up against the 3 Vikings, who now have a Falcon on their side. Bakery trying to force away Lucifron in the top lane, but really just not able to, as Blackscorp now close to getting the fort down here. Had to jump away from that one, however, as they have left it on a slight bit of health, but they should get it on this push.
Or just quickly in the mid lane. No, Vortex was able to use his dash to get out of there. And yeah, unable to get the fort on this wave. He's not in range for his W either, so he can't do some extra damage to it that way, as the minions aren't near enough to chain it. So for now, we're going to be seeing Team Liquid grabbing their Bruiser camp. SK already grabbed theirs earlier on, so that still has a 2-minute cooldown. So mid lane going to be leaning the way of Liquid, especially seeing as SK are about to be busy dealing with this tribute in the bottom lane.
Nitch in the bot lane, however, getting stunned up by Grand PKT. Blackscorp is going to get snared.
He's been envenomed.
Forcing, there it is. Forced the Sundering out, but it just wasn't enough, as he will fall. But now SK looking to get the return kill here onto Blackscorp. They do drop the totem down. Stage dive coming in here onto the backline of Bakery. He will fall. Divine Shield used onto Blackscorp, keeping him up. Ancestral Healing coming in as well. Zarmony having to dimensional shift out of this one, getting chased down by Blackscorp, and he will also fall. Great trade there for Team Liquid. 3-0. They're going to get a tribute here as well, but they're just going to wait, grab the boss first, because there's no resistance from SK just yet.
Absolutely, this is something they can do. Vortex not on top of his micro enough to get Olaf out of range of that Golem stun and the root. But now, though, Liquid finally going to pick up this tribute at about the same time they get the boss, so perfect timing here. Going to be able to get the 2-lane push, as Balog is already in the mid lane, able to soak up a little, but this is where SK already are to react.
Yeah, I'm just firing a few swords on towards Araragi. His shield tanking it up, but they are able to get one tower. So that's some XP on their side. They have a 2-level lead as well, and the talent advantage. The luxury of those 13 talents coming in, but it looks like they're just going to go straight down this bot lane, push with their boss, get rid of these siege giants that SK did try and grab, but they won't do too much, as this boss is just going to wreak havoc.
Wreak havoc.
Yeah, I thought it was wreak havoc. Yeah, I was like, wreck. No, it's been a long day already.
Yeah, it has, and it's just going to get longer. But Liquid pushing very hard. In comes the stage dive again. Zarbly got completely separated. He gets completely annihilated. Raven's been separated from the team. He will go down as well. Vortex is just sitting on top of Araragi, but Araragi is tanking everything right now. He's finally been able to back out, though, just shielding himself. He needs to defend his core, because Liquid are being quite aggressive onto it at the moment, and, well, Araragi's the only one left alive. He does have his heroic up, so we can try and buy some time with it. It looks like he's just going to chill. His team's... If he barreled, it might help, but the Golem's already on the core. So it looks like this is going to be GG. And first game is going over to Team Liquid.
And it was only a mere 9-minute, 34-second game as well. Team Liquid really showing their dominance there. They won that team fight in the bot lane. It wasn't really even a team fight. It was more so just Snitch getting caught out, SK trying to get the return kills, but just not really working out too great for them, as they were then able to grab their third tribute, get the curse, the boss at the same time, and just push with it, and then engage it and then keep, and it's easy enough for Team Liquid. So they're going to go 1-0 up in this series. As any thoughts on that game, Tetcher?
Yeah, I would definitely like to give a huge shout out in that game to Lucifron, who... That team fight, it was definitely going in Team Liquid's favour, but we may have seen a couple more members of Team Liquid die if it hadn't have been for the near perfect stage dive out of Lucifron directly onto the main damage dealer of Bakery, and then doing the follow-up stun for the kill. Very, very solid, and just taking out the main damage dealer, and that left pretty much no one. Only Rhaegar and Chen were able to get away in that. Now, though, we are loading into game number 2 of this best of 3 series between SK Gaming and Team Liquid. It's going to be on the Sky Temple. Liquid currently 1-0 up. It's a round robin tournament, so every map you win is important, because there is the chance, it is round robin, that we create a draw, and if that happens, it goes down to map score. So every team is going to be wanting to knock out their opponents in a 2-0. So seeing if they could do that on the left-hand side is going to be Team Liquid. And starting in the bottom lane, it's going to be Blackscorp on the Illidan. In the mid lane is pretty much everyone. It's going to be Lucifron on the ETC, Grand PKT on the Rhaegar, Vortex giving us a little show on the Lost Vikings, and Falcon getting very dizzy on the Jaina.
And on the other side of the map, we have SK Gaming Zharmony on the Tassadar. Mid lane is Araragi Sonya, Raves Uther, Bakery is on the Sylvanas, and Snitch yet again on the Thrall.
Very cool indeed. Once again, Vortex taking up the middle lane. And I really like the use of the Vikings as basically wards here, just leaving one of each bush. Although he's not really paying enough attention to Eric. Eric almost died there if Araragi had reacted a little bit quicker. Sonya can burst down someone as squishy as Eric ridiculously quickly. But in the top lane currently, we're going to see the near... in the mid lane.
Lucifron, however, coming into this mid lane. Sorry to interrupt you.
No worries. I saw it as well.
He did face melt Araragi back then, power slided him. Went down to about 20% HP, 15% HP, and they forced Araragi to tap already.
Yeah, which is very, very good for them. Yeah, like I said, we're seeing the near reverse of what we saw in the last game out of SK Gaming. Throwing in a very heavy push comp in this top lane. Chain Lightning combined with just a huge push out of Sylvanas is going to be very solid. And the sustain that they are going to get from Uther and just from Frostwolf Resilience out of Snitch, they're going to be pretty good for pushing. Zharmony and Blackscorp in the bot lane. Blackscorp currently winning the trade. Blackscorp very well known for being definitely one of the best melee assassin players in the game on both Zeratul and Illidan. Yeah. And we're seeing that right now, trading easily with the Tassadar of Zharmony.
Yeah, as
missed
Olaf's, that. As did I. Olaf fell in the mid lane there it was. But yeah, in the pick and ban phase as well, SK really respect banning the Zeratul away from Blackscorp. He is probably the best Zeratul in EU right now, if not the world.
Yeah, he gets a lot of respect for this, and it's well-deserved. It's always great to see him on one of these heroes, which is why I'm so excited about seeing him on this Illidan. And we're now seeing him and the rest of his team heading into this mid-lane area. They're going to try and push Snitch out of this, which will give them control of both shrines, as Rhaegar, Grand PKT, has been in the top lane this entire time, soaking it on his own. Bakery not giving him any challenge. But now Bakery heading down to the mid lane, but Snitch may already be dead, maybe too late. Envenom went down to Falcon, but Snitch becomes the first full blood outside of a Viking. Araragi, though, has helped separate Blackscorp. Blackscorp dashing out to a minion. Bakery is giving chase, but isn't wasn't able to do it. The Withering Fire does not land. We did see a Viking go down, I'm pretty sure, though. And now they're turning on to Bakery. Bakery trying to get some harassment, trying to kill off Vortex. He does not want to teleport in after that. Do not follow up. And we're going to see him backing out. But we're seeing
it was a 1-for-1 trade in total. Lucifron actually fell to Bakery Sylvanas using the Envenom on him.
Nice.
Yeah, so it wasn't the worst, but then again, it certainly wasn't the best for SK Gaming, as they did lose a good 1.25, 1.5 shrines across to Team Liquid there.
Yeah, very much so. And there's something I'd like to point out here, if those of you who missed it, a little trick that just not everyone, you don't see everyone on ladder playing, but it's something that pretty much everyone should know. We just saw Bakery there helping Snitch take the Siege Giants, and the way he was doing it was standing nearer to one of the giants, auto-attacking the further away one, and then just using Withering Fire every couple seconds. And that keeps both giants disabled pretty much constantly, doing damage to both of them, and allows your team to kill them off, taking minimum damage. Just a little trick that most people should learn.
Yep, as he's doing the same here as well on the Knights.
Yeah, keep as many frozen as possible. Bakery using good micro here. You see that? Like, Snitch has taken minimal damage here. He's getting attacked by like 1, maybe 2 at a time. And this is what a good Sylvanas player will do, able to keep up on that micro.
Yep, as Team Liquid, they're doing the exact same their side, grabbing it with Lucifron and Blackscorp, of course, not microing because they can't freeze any minions.
But
they certainly are
it's
Sylvanas.
Illidan, he doesn't really care.
Same for ETC, to be fair. So much healing capability in him. We're actually seeing battle momentum come out from him at level 7. Going to be power sliding all over the place. Olaf, I believe, just fell in the mid lane.
Yes, he did.
Yeah.
And there's also another interesting talent we should be talking about. We are seeing the unstable poison trait coming out of Bakery here, which is a bit less usual than what we see, but basically it means that minions and mercenaries that die under effect of Sylvanas' passive explode, doing AoE damage to nearby enemies. An interesting talent choice.
Yeah, you've got to think about how the shrines work, how they have their own minions down here. So once Bakery does kill those off, they'll then explode, dealing more damage to, I guess, Team Liquid. They're going to be trying to come in and contest these shrines, and also just help them clear the shrines quicker so they take even less damage.
Yeah, we're seeing SK hanging around. They have more people down near this shrine, as Liquid only have 3 and a single Viking. Now they just have 3. Eric getting annihilated now, but Liquid just a little cautious about heading into the shrine. They're finally going to make their way in here, and they will be able to grab pretty much the full duration. Illidan finally on his way down. The Vikings have split up to make sure they get the full XP. Araragi looking to punish that, but it looks like Vortex will just escape. And Araragi now backing out, but he's going to be found by Grand PKT and just get some harassment. And Araragi's in some trouble now. The entirety of Liquid are on their way to him. Blackscorp trying to get some body block. Araragi, you should not have turned around there. And now he's going to go down.
You know, Araragi getting caught out from that one. A little bit unfortunate of him. Went a little bit too deep trying to grab one of the Vikings there, but on the other side, Zarmani has been grabbing out this shrine. He's got all of the shots off. Blackscorp, though, is going to engage him. Zarmani using a shield, then Dimensional Shift to try and get out of this one. As soon as he comes out, he's going to get a lot of heals coming out from Uther.
Nope.
It's just not enough there. As now Rave taking a lot of hits. He's going to go down as well.
Oh,
Bakery
God.
Also,
that was a bit ham, Blackscorp. Where's the stun for
Stun
from Uther Ghost? Nope, not going to see that.
What's done from Uther Ghost? Huh?
Oh yeah, that got removed.
Yeah.
God damn. That's an interesting thing. Well, it's slightly less annoying on Cursed, so that's good.
all Uther can now do in his trait is, of course, just heal up.
Yeah, which is still cool.
1.5 seconds.
Yeah, which gets even better when he has Benediction, which is cool.
Benediction, such a strong talent.
Definitely, really cool. We have heroics out of both teams right now, and we're seeing fairly standard stuff. Water Elemental, Stage Dive, Ancestral Healing, the Longboat Raid, and the Metamorphosis out of Team Liquid. Whereas SK Gaming, Divine Shield, Archon, Sundering, the Wailing Arrow out of Sylvanas, and Leap. It would be nice to see some Possession coming out now and again, but in pro games, that silence is just so good.
Yeah.
It's not
There's
a
no
split
reason not to take silence right now.
Yeah, it's not we're not in the Abathur patch anymore. Split pushing isn't as much of a thing anymore.
No, and I just feel like Possession's a little bit weaker than people initially thought it would be. It has so
people
much
thought it would be strong
potential.
ever.
Well, like before Sylvanas was actually released, like just the idea of being able to possess or leap in the top lane onto Luciferon, however, Snitch, the Sundering, is actually going to get interrupted by the face melt. They are going to keep going onto Luciferon, however. He's getting chased down. The ancestral healing's going to come in. But
Luciferon, he's trapping himself here. Oh, and he's out! Stage diving himself to safety. Where did he go? I've completely lost it. Yes, he did. He went all the way to bot lane just to help the push instead. Just like, oh, I'm being attacked. Guess I'll go and help somewhere else. And he's able to get out. No one died from Team Liquid. Great escape. Both temples in the top and bottom lane are now active. SK, things they had pretty much everyone up there anyway, trying to kill Luciferon, are going to grab hold of this top temple. Team Liquid, on the other hand, are going to use this time to push and grab this golem. And then they can take control of the bottom temple.
I really like this play coming out from Team Liquid, just using the map to their advantage again. Before on Cursed Hollow, we saw them grab the boss while they knew SK were weakened because they only had 2 members alive. This time they know exactly where SK are because they could see them all on the map. Luciferon's going to grab this bottom shrine. How long does he have on stage dive? He has 30 seconds on that. They're just going to have the boss push this bot lane.
Yeah, and we actually saw SK Gaming doing an interesting thing here of completely ignoring their temple too, seeing as they knew Liquid weren't grabbing theirs. SK Gaming decided to push in the top 4 first, meaning more of these shots are going on to the mid temple, and they already knew where Liquid were, so they were able to grab it. However, Liquid have now rotated up to this top temple. Araragi, under some serious duress, going to use his leap to try and get out, but he's still slowed thanks to Jaina. He will go down, just completely ambushed here. And now SK have been forced to basically hide in their base.
They have been able to get rid of the boss, but they're giving up their hard camp, as you said, forced to hide in their base. Just sit in a corner crying for a little bit because they just can't do anything. Just sitting there rocking back and forth. Why can't we go outside?
There are nasty people out there.
There certainly are. So, this hard camp's going to get taken away as well. It's just more so not to push behind it, Team Liquid, but more so just to deny it away from SK here. They're now going to set up what looks to be a bit of a death bush here with Falcon as no. They're just going to back out of that one. Rotate down, see if Luciferon gets engaged upon as Illidan going to cap his own hard camp.
Yeah, Liquid just grabbing everything on the map at the moment because they can. They have full control. They are going to give SK their own bruiser camp. Maybe out of pity, maybe out of the fact that they don't want to be too greedy. But yeah, like you said, they're going to dive in. Blackscorp, currently the only one in this circle. But SK not wanting to give it up. Snitch going into the circle. Araragi is there with him, but Araragi is directly under Vortex in that longboat raid, which drops so much damage. And the skill shot from it hits both Bakery and Rave there. And now Zarmony, only one left alive apart from Snitch, but Zarmony shielding himself. There's the Earthbind Totem, and he is gonna go down. Down he goes. Snitch, only one left alive, and Team Liquid, they're just dominating these matchups. They're just denying everything to SK Gaming. The entire map is blue right now, except for the SK base, and that may not so much turn blue, but just disappear entirely very quickly.
Yeah, it certainly will. As we can see down the bot lane, 4 Siege Giants just doing their thing down there. Mid keep is certainly going to go down. As it appears, my observer thing has messed up a little bit, but we'll get past that one. I accidentally hit 1, so it latched onto a Viking.
Yeah, well done. Just press E.
Yep. E?
E,
awesome,
yeah, E goes back to everyone.
Okay, nice. E for everyone, I like that.
Indeed. I'm pretty sure that was. I'm pretty sure that was the EE motto for a while. The English phone company. Liquid though, going to be grabbing the bottom keep as well. That brings it to 2 for them. They've only lost 1 fort, and well, Luciferon's already in the top lane. He has a stage dive up. He's going to be grabbing this temple. The rest of his team are on their way to help him. SK Gaming doing the only thing they can do and going to fight while a talent down. They don't have any other options. If they don't...
No, they don't. Stage dive actually going to come in here as well, as Luciferon going to jump in, knocking everyone back. Zarmony is split from people. Blackscorp's going to fall, however, so that's a big loss already for Team Liquid. Grand PKT having to ancestor himself, using it on him rather than Falcon. Zarmony, though, still dropping very, very low. He's going to dimensional shift again. The longbow is down. Snitch and Rave getting low as well. Vikings jumping up, landing on to Tasta. He's going to go down. Snitch and Rave now running for their lives. Araragi's been able to get out of this one. It's now a 2-for-3 in favour of Team Liquid. Feral Lunge coming in as well from Grand PKT. He's going to keep
good
chasing.
stun. And
one more lunge. There it is.
Yeah, we're seeing Grand PKT picking up the last kill. Araragi was able to escape. He dropped so low in that fight, and this is the slight issue with the current comp out of SK Gaming. It's very aggressive, very high damage. We actually saw it do a very good job of splitting up the team of Team Liquid there, but they actually lack serious tankiness. We saw Araragi get pushed out of that fight so early, and the double sustain of Ufa and Thrall was not enough to hold up to the people they were fighting against, and they just eventually just got worn down and had to leave, and they just got killed off in the escape. Although we're probably going to see Eric die here. I don't see any way he's getting out of this one. Or maybe Ancient Spear missed. He's already used the Norse Force. There's the shield, and Bakery not going to follow him. So Eric getting out of there. I stand corrected. Good use of Norse Force, and level 20 has been hit by Team Liquid. We're seeing the heroic upgrades for Illidan, who's already going in onto Zarmony here, and the Vikings for that Ragnarok and roll. ETC diving in. He has taken the hardened shield, so he gets the extra tankiness. He's going on to Bakery, just giving chase. Nice silence out of Bakery. He immediately turns onto the Vikings, picks off one. Second one will go down. No, we're seeing the longboat raid coming out. Going to try and protect that. Zarmony being dropped very low. Ufa is trying to keep him alive. Zarmony goes down. Rave has dropped so low. He's had to back out. Bakery is on the run, using his movement speed from his Withering Fire to try and keep himself alive. He has to flee into his base, and that is a 4-for-1 out of Team Liquid, and that is going to be GG. A 2-0 victory for Team Liquid in the first round of this round robin tournament, and Falcon trying to pick off Bakery just to get that one extra kill. But yeah, 2-0 for Team Liquid.
Yeah, really, really convincing stuff from them. Unfortunately, SK, I feel like their front line really wasn't strong enough to deal with all the damage that Team Liquid put out. The Illidan, the Jaina, the Vikings, once they're in their longboat, deal just so much. But SK's front line just wasn't strong enough, in my opinion. The Sonya melted so quickly, as did Thrall, and Tasta was the focus for most of it, and Uther couldn't really heal anyone.